Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mary.
I'm Linda.
We're Pinky Mouse Sisters in the kitchen, and we just we've got all the whole crew here.
Full
this morning.
crew, yeah.
We got Linda, little Linda, and Carla, and us Pinky and Pinky Mouse.
Pinky Mouse 1 and 2
Yeah.
and 3 and 4. 3
Right.
and 4.
That's what we got license plates like that. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And Braden's working security around.
I saw him go by. My eyes are blinking.
I did too. Braden, you know, he's you can't keep him still. He's on the move all the time. And when he comes out to see me, he just runs just around and around and around and around. And every time he goes by that window, it'll make me think of him. Anyway, we hope that y'all are having a great morning. And this morning we are making a meat cabbage casserole. It's just kind of like a cabbage roll, but it's in a casserole.
Okay.
And it's from a recipe that I've had for a long time, but I really have never made it myself. But I've had the recipe a long time.
Sounds like something Mama would make.
Yeah, it does. It's just a casserole. All right. So first of all, I've got I chopped up 2 medium onions, and I've got this recipe. What I'm cooking this morning, what we're cooking this morning, is I'm doubling the recipe because I've got one of my first cousins and his wife coming for lunch today. So I'm just going to double the recipe. Now, you members, it'll be the recipe that is the original recipe that is on our members page is for 4 people. So
Okay.
I'm doubling it. So what I cook here this morning, just keep in mind that it's twice what the recipe is. I've got 4 tablespoons of butter in here melted. I've already chopped up 2 medium onions. Linda, you want to slide that into
Sure.
Just put that in the butter.
Okay. You got the fire on, right?
I've got the fire on. It's melted butter and 2 medium chopped onions. And again, this recipe is double. And we're just going to saute the onions just a little bit, not till they're brown, just kind of soft. And just going to saute them, and then we're going to add 2 pounds of extra lean ground meat. So, like I said, I'm doubling the recipe, but we want these onions to kind of soften up some. Our first cousin, Randy, he's come.
Yeah. And him and Nathan cooked for your birthday,
Yes,
70th birthday
yes,
party.
Yes, he's an excellent cook. And then I told Linda what I was cooking, and she said, "Does it have cheese in it?" And I said, "It sure does." And she said, "Well, Randy don't like cheese." So
Got you covered, Randy.
so I said, "Well, I'll just make him a separate dish, and I won't put cheese in his."
Hey,
You know?
I accidentally had you on mute. Can you tell them what's in there?
Okay, this is 4 tablespoons of butter, and it's 2 chopped medium chopped onions, and I just chopped them with our food chopper, and I'm just getting this sauteed, just getting the onions soft. Then we'll add the ground meat in it. All right. In the meanwhile, the little pad.
Do you need the?
Yeah, I
I'm
do.
sorry, Linda.
No worries.
I didn't put this in the dishwasher, so
That's
wasn't
okay.
I good?
Yes, she was. I've already shredded the cabbage, shredded real small, but I was going to show you how I did it. I have lightly buttered the dish, the main dish that I'm making the main casserole in, and then I've got the little small 1 quart buttered for Randy.
That's so cute.
Isn't that cute? So anyway,
You tell me what to do.
we'll just keep an eye on that.
Okay.
Just make sure that I don't want those onions to get brown.
Okay.
And then we're going to be adding 2 pounds of extra lean ground meat. And the chopper is over there whenever we get ready for the meat. Let me look at them, Linda. They're probably sauteed enough because they're going to be cooking. I need to preheat the oven to 350. Excuse me, Linda.
Sure.
Let me turn this light on. All right. Start. Okay, make sure nothing's in the oven. Now,
So you just want all this in here?
yes, please. Now she's putting 2 pounds of extra lean ground meat in the skillet, and
Mix and chop.
and I've already shredded the cabbage. It takes 3 cups for one recipe. 3 cups, so I'm gonna be putting more than 3 cups in this. But I was just gonna show you how I done this. I did it. I grated this on the big grater. Okay, and put the rest of this in here. I wasn't gonna do all of this on camera, so I done almost all of it, but I did want to show y'all because sometimes when you see something done, you remember it better. So I thought, well, I'm not going to just say I shredded it. So I like cabbage. I like cabbage cooked almost any way. We've made a cabbage casserole, hadn't we, Linda?
I think so. Cabbage is a staple for old timers.
Yeah, and but this is different. This is kind of like cabbage rolls.
Most everybody that has gardens grow cabbage.
Yeah. All right, this will be all of it. Then I'll have it all. Carla came up yesterday, and she's fisting with little Linda. That's sisters are having a good time. I think, what'd you say y'all was doing? You was pranking her last night, Linda?
You got to.
What'd you do?
I was sending texts to people in her name.
Oh no, Linda. Oh goodness. And Carla, she thought because Carla didn't know or can't never really figure out what Linda is going to be putting on her phone. So Carla takes it, and she was on the Facebook apologizing, and then she realized that whatever.
I was nice. I didn't say anything ugly.
All right.
But like I said, that's the benefit of being crazy when you're younger. You
Yeah.
don't have to be crazy when you're older. People just assume you're doing something.
Now, Linda, I think older people, at least they have the excuse of being older. All right. All right. So this is, I'm just going to,
You remember Mary when we was going to Oklahoma
yeah.
to Broken Bow, and I don't know if it was Broken Bow or not, but I told you that we could get away with stuff, and I didn't mean that in a bad
Yeah.
way, but I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but they said, oh, they're old people, they ain't gonna live long anyway, just let them go ahead and go do whatever they needed to do.
Yeah. This hamburger meat, we don't want it browned. We just want the pink out of it because it's going to cook in the oven.
Right, I was trying to keep it,
Oh, you was doing great.
keeping it stirred pretty good, so
You did a
I
good
didn't
job,
want
Linda.
the onions to get brown.
Oh, is that why you was piling them up on the side? Or
Yeah, I was
okay.
mixing it in.
Oh,
there. No, I
okay.
was trying to mix it in there so
Okay.
they wouldn't get brown.
Okay. Well,
That looks good.
It'll take a little bit longer because it's more meat.
Yeah,
You know.
I love
Okay.
that skillet. It's one of my favorite skillets.
I do too, Linda. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let me see the carrots. We shredded carrots this morning.
Oh, carrots go in it too?
Yeah. That's carrots. We put the carrots in first.
Okay.
The Worcestershire sauce.
What kind of sauce?
All right. Well, how else do you say it? Worcestershire
Don't ask
sauce?
me. I'm just making fun of you. I can't say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mama.
All right, girls. Okay. All right. Takes 2 tablespoons.
And we're going on a trip this week.
Yes, we are. Now, this is 4 cups. of olive oil, basil, and garlic. In other words, any herb spaghetti sauce.
That sounds good.
4 cups for a double batch. It takes a tablespoon for 1 batch of Worcestershire sauce. Sorry.
You can't say it either. Don't feel bad.
I've had a
Mary, I think this is probably getting
Okay.
close to being
Okay,
there's
just turn the
a-
burner off,
just
please.
a little bit of pink left in
Okay.
it, not much.
okay, all right. That sounds good. Thank you. You just turn the burner
Yeah, you want me to take it
Yeah.
off the burner?
Probably so, because it'll keep cooking on that burner. And then chives, and I'm using dried chives, but if you got fresh ones, that would be fine. Put 2 tablespoons of that in here. And
Ooh, that smells really.
okay. Now, first thing to do, and if you get a rag, let me wipe that up where I spilled a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, Linda, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, don't let me forget and put. It takes carrots. I think it's a cup. Carrots. Yeah. It takes a cup, and I've already measured this. I'm putting it in the bottom.
That's going to give it a little bit of sweet taste, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Now, where's my little pan? Would you hand that for me,
Yes,
to
I
me,
will.
Linda? I'll put some in it. Just kind of covering the bottom. Not, you just want enough. Let me see. I'm gonna just kind of estimate since I'm making 2. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more in that one. Randy, I have no idea. I remember that. I know Nathan is particular.
Yeah.
He doesn't like everything, all kinds of food. And I think there's Randy, maybe another one that doesn't like some things. I'm hoping they like what I'm gonna feed them today. Of course, I've got some other things to go with it too. But okay, all right. Now I put cabbage. That's shredded, finely shredded carrots. And then I put some cabbage on top of that.
Are you through with this carrot?
I am. I'm not doing another carrot. Put some carrot. Put some little bit of cabbage on this. Like I said, this one is Randy's. And then get my other.
Sorry, Mary, I'm
That's
not
okay.
helping
You're
you
doing
any.
fine. I'm gonna. Well, I'm not. No, I'm just gonna do my hand. Okay, that's not quite a cup.
Are you through with this?
I'm through with that.
Okay, so
Well,
I'll-
you can just put that over in here.
Okay. And I'll make room for the skillet then.
You have to kind of pack this down. Oops. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I was so excited when Randy called yesterday and said that, here, take that. I didn't get that shredded up good. Put that in the trash.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise,
It
wasn't
was, very much so. Okay, all right. Just kind of pack it down, and I'm going to put salt and pepper on top of that. Let me wash my hands.
it? Do you want the skillet over here or not?
Uh,
Or are you going to do it over here?
I think we can do it over there. I'm just going to put some salt and pepper in here. You know, cabbage has to have salt.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and then I'm going to put some pepper.
We love our black pepper.
Yep. Black pepper is supposed to be a teaspoon. I doubled it. So 1 teaspoon will do what it's supposed to. All right, now we
want
need the
this?
meat. Yes, please. Let me see. I guess we need a scoop on that, don't we? I'm going to get one that's got holes in it. I don't want that juice, the
Right.
oil in here.
Do you need me to hold that up for you?
Well, you can if you want to. Just put this over here. I guess we should have drained that. That was extra lean, but I guess it's that butter.
Onions too.
Onions,
Mary.
yeah.
Cook out. Don't
It
they?
didn't say drain it, so I'm not draining it.
Yeah,
It probably
I'm
needs
sure
it.
the butter and
Yeah.
the
There's my oven going off. Make sure to get Brandy enough meat. I know the last time that I was thinking about his mother. His mother was my mother's oldest sister. And the last time that she came to our Christmas, and she brought me a, I forgot what it was. It was she brought something for food that day. In a nice little bowl with the lid, and she told me I could have the bowl. I don't like using that to, like, if I'm letting somebody take food.
You don't want to get broke.
I don't want
lost.
it to get broke. Yeah, it's glass.
Aunt Elsie loved kitchen gadgets.
Yes, she did.
She loved kitchen gadgets. You talk about walking in her kitchen, it's still probably set up, isn't it?
It is, because Nathan, her oldest son, lives there. I just, you know what?
Huge.
Yeah, it's
Her
a big
kitchen was
house.
huge.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, it did not say drain that, and that's got butter in it.
You wondering if you should use it?
I don't want to use it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to.
I'm not doing this very good.
Linda, do you want me to help you?
No, I got it. I just
Okay.
was
Okay.
trying to make it easier on you.
All right. I didn't drain it, which I should have got the colander in here and drained it, but I think I've got. Thank you, Linda.
that's
I
good.
know that was heavy.
No, it wasn't. This is not cast iron. That other one
Yeah.
I couldn't have done that.
Okay. All right. Now.
And Elsie also made the best chocolate chip cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she
she
did.
sure did.
We got a recipe too.
Yeah, Aunt Elsie was a fabulous cook.
All right. Now this is the spaghetti sauce. Thank you, Linda. I'm gonna use some more of that in a moment.
Ooh, excuse me. I knew I was going to have to do that.
I'm stirring the Worcestershire sauce and the onions, chives in here. All right, Linda, I'll take the cabbage back now. I'm going to put cabbage over this again, just a thin layer. Oh, I was going to put cheese in that.
Where is your cheese?
I got the cheese that's in the refrigerator. Let's see, where did I get the cheese? Here it is. And the recipe,
You got your
really-
not putting cheese in it.
I'm not putting cheese in his. I really wanted the cheese under this cabbage. I put cheese on top, but I'll just add a little extra cheese.
Okay.
I like
Now
cheese.
that reminded me of Pinky Mom.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
All
Remember
right.
the corners of the quilt?
Yeah. So I'm gonna put the rest of the cabbage on
Every
top.
time she'd make a mistake,
Thank
her
you.
her mother taught her how to sew when she was 4 years old.
Yeah.
And every time Pinky Mom would make a mistake, she would tell Grandma Beasley, her mother would say, "What are you going to do with that, Mary?" She said, "I'll put that on the corner." And Grandma Beasley said, "You do know there's only 4 corners, right?"
I almost poured this in the cheese.
4 years old. Can you imagine working on
know.
a quilt at 4 years old?
Yeah.
Right?
Probably one thing that we would associate Pinky Mom with would be her sewing machine.
Her sewing.
No, she
I wonder who got her
sewed-
sewing machine. It was one of them pedals,
Yeah.
the foot pedal.
I'm sure it was some of Aunt Tyncey's folks,
Yeah,
or either they sold it.
yeah. So this sauce will go down in the layers.
We know where our piano's at.
Yeah, we do. There was somebody we was talking to the other day, and they didn't know that where the piano was.
Who was it?
forgot
One of our. One,
remember? It's
one of our.
somebody.
Was it Mary Sue?
I
was
believe it
Mary
was.
Sue.
Yeah, I believe it was Mary Sue.
One of our cousins.
Yeah. Okay. Put this in the oven, and it's going to have to bake for an hour. Normally, I would have baked one this morning and for y'all to see what it looks like when it comes out. But I had too much to do, so I didn't.
That's a big casserole.
It's a big casserole. Yes, it is.
Are you through with this?
I am through. Yeah, I'm gonna. Whenever this cooks for an hour, then I'll take it out of the oven and cover it the top with cheese and cook it for 5 to 8 minutes. So I'm poking holes in it like this so that the sauce will go down in it. And so what I'll do is I'll post a picture of what it looks like when it comes out of the oven, but I just can't. Did I do this one?
I don't know. You may have.
Just want that to go in there, but it cooks for an hour. That's why you don't completely cook your meat. All right. If you'll open the door for me, I'll put it in there.
Do you want me to pick that up, Mary?
No, I can pick it up. I'm gonna make some apple dumplings for dessert for my company.
And you've made a video on them.
Yeah, I've made a video on them, and that's something that would be simple and fast that I could just stick in the oven. So I have a cake in the freezer, but I would have had to make frosting for it, and so I didn't have time for that. So
People want to know. The people want to know where Pinky Mom's piano is.
oh,
It is. You want to tell them, Mary?
yeah, you can go ahead and tell them.
It is at Aunt Laverne's house,
Mama's sister's.
and she's
not a Pinkston, but
she's a Lee.
Aunt Laverne. They've seen Aunt Laverne. They've met her.
Aunt Laverne. She bought it from her. Was it at the garage sale, Mary?
I think it was at the garage sale. No. She said whoever had the garage sale called her and asked her if she wanted the piano. That's what I understood. Now Aunt Laverne, I'll have to ask her again, but I think she told me that Aunt Totsy or somebody called Aunt Laverne and asked her if she wanted.
Aunt Laverne, if you're watching this, you decide to sell that piano. We want it.
Yeah.
We will gladly buy it from
We
you.
sure would, wouldn't we?
Was that the piano that I learned to play on the piano?
That's the piano that you learned to play the piano. Yeah.
And I have a piano, and Mary has a piano, but that piano is very, very special.
Yeah. When we was visiting Aunt Laverne down at the farm, she said that's Pinky Mom's piano over there.
Doubting Thomas here.
And I immediately jumped up and I said, well, if it is, I can tell you real quick whether it's actually the old piano that Linda learned to play on. And I went over there and looked, and sure enough, right there in that left-hand corner was a hole. Pinky Paw took a nail and nailed that lid shut.
And it stayed shut. But when I went out there, and he didn't mind me playing it.
No, he didn't.
There was a lot of little smaller kids.
Yeah.
Our cousins that were smaller, they would come in and just drive him crazy. Pinky Ma couldn't hear, so it didn't bother her, but it did Pinky Ma.
We had a lot of little cousins, and that's the first place they go, and I know that's true. We know it's true, but you take any little kid, any of my great grandkids that comes, the first place they want to do is play on that piano.
Yeah, it's something about it. And if you play piano, if you walk in a room and there's a piano, 9 times out of 10 you're going to walk over and start playing that piano. We were watching a Hallmark movie the other day, and I didn't know this particular actor played the piano, and when he walked over and he saw it, he raised the lid. I said, that man plays the piano. And he sat down and started playing it. It's something about it. It's like a light goes off in you when you see one, and you just want to play it. That's just how it is if you play. Yeah. But we sure have a lot of memories. And the whole top of it was filled with pictures.
Yes, it was.
Filled.
It sure was. Well, Randy, the one that's coming to see me, our cousin, does he play the piano? Justin, his son, does.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does either. I don't think he does
Justin
either.
went to music. So he went to Jackson Bible College to music. So I don't think Randy plays. Now, if I'm wrong, I apologize to Randy. But if he does, I'm
I
not
don't
aware
think-
of it.
Me neither. Justin Ward, a lot of our followers knows
Yeah.
him. He's a professional chef and
Missionary.
and a missionary in Paris.
And he goes over to Romania and helps
Yeah,
our other cousins Jill and Michael Patterson, and their son Daniel, and her name starts with an M, I think, but I may be wrong, his wife, and they have a little girl, so they help.
Yeah. In our church, every first Sunday is missionary Sunday at our church, and I forgot how many Brother Boatman said missionaries that we support. It's a lot. It's 25, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
we have two that we support.
We have a lot of missionaries that we support, and Brother Michael said that most of the missionaries, he said that the UPC has 800 foreign missionaries.
Okay.
And he said most of them, the lifetime that they stay in one place is like 8 or 9 years. I think I'm right, but anyway, Mike Patterson and Jill, our first cousin, has been there 30 years in one place.
Yeah.
In one place. So they're the longest staying missionary
They
in
love
UPC.
missionary work. I heard Aunt Laverne say when we were there, and she was talking back a few weeks ago, she said she believed Jill would die for him.
Yeah.
That's how much she loved those people.
She loves those people. I mean, they're like her family. She wrote a book about it. She wrote a book
Yeah,
about her life
she did.
in Romania. But anyway, we just...
and Mama always wanted, and I know I interrupted you,
no,
Mary.
that's okay.
She always wanted, after
wanted to be
Daddy
a
died, she
missionary.
wanted to be a missionary.
Yeah.
And we feel like through the book that she wrote, she is reaching people
Yes.
that might not
Yes.
have otherwise been
Yes.
reached. Do we want to tell about that today? About the book?
We can do that. Go ahead and tell our
We hadn't
friends.
quite got everything worked out yet, but on the way over here this morning, I just had a thought, and when I came in, I told Mary and the girls asked them what they thought about it. So we will give y'all some more definite information, but we know that there's people that has texted us or messaged us,
that they're not able to buy a book.
yeah, that they're not able to buy a book. So I had the thought of everyone, and we'll give y'all more information. I know the girls are probably saying you should have waited before you gave this information out. But the bottom line is we're going to take the group of names that y'all will send to us. We're going to take the names of you that want a book and that have not been able to purchase one. We're going to draw a winner out of that, and all we're going to ask you to do is to pass that book on, and we want this one book to get in as many hands as possible to read.
And we want to keep up, so whenever you finish reading it, what we're going to give them a couple weeks to read it.
Yeah, probably
they
a
get
couple
it.
weeks.
And then we want to know who's the next recipient.
Yeah.
And they take a picture that they've received the book.
So I just think it would be a good way for a lot of people to read it. Maybe somebody in your church group or your neighbor or your friends or somebody that's going through a hard time. That's something else I was thinking about going on the way over here this morning. And I am not a preacher. Mary and I, neither one are. So Mike is always asking, are you going to preach today? I'm not a preacher, but we both have taught Sunday school.
Yeah.
And a lot of other things in our churches through the years. But I was thinking about on the way over here, I sat in the car and sent a text to someone that it was just this, you know how songwriters, many songwriters say some of the best songs that they wrote like in a matter of minutes, because it's just,
Yes,
it's
what
in
comes
your
to your
mind,
mind.
in your heart, and you're just it's just pouring out.
Right.
And that's the way it was this morning when I sat in the car and I was writing this text. And I was thinking about the word activate. You know, all of us at some point in our lives have been through something that are at a crossroads in our life that we thought that we couldn't manage it or couldn't go on, or at the point that you felt like you needed help or something. Mother, in her situation after Daddy died, and what she started doing was what she knew to do, was helping others.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what got her through those really difficult years. But you have to get to that point. You have to activate. The Bible says faith without works is dead. You've got to activate what's already in you. And what does activate mean? It means to act or to start or to pull out something that's within you. That's not the actual Webster's dictionary's definition, but a lot of times people think it's not in you, but it is.
Yeah.
You may be battle scarred, and you maybe have gone through something, and I don't know if this is somebody needs to hear this today or not, but you need to activate that faith that was planted in you maybe years or decades ago and go back to what you know and pull that out of you. And I'm a firm believer that with God's help, that you can get through something, but you also have to put your first foot forward.
Right. You have to make that first step.
And that's what we were taught.
Right.
We were taught to get up, pull your bootstraps on. That's what Mama used to say. Pull them up, get out there, and start doing something, and get out of the rut.
You'd be surprised how well that works. If you make yourself get up and get out and do something. Get out of your environment. Go outside. Go to the store. Do something different to get you going. And it does.
Now, the world will tell you different today.
Well, I tell you what Brother Boatman says from the pulpit. When you get in those situations that you just don't think you can go on or having problems, he said, go to the hospital and go to the baby ward where the NIC unit, or go to a burn center, or go somewhere to a hospital where people are really suffering, and then you can count your blessings for sure. So
there's a church on 59 North going toward between Marshall and Jefferson, and they have a big sign out, Joy, and this is something that we were taught from the time we were children, and like I'm saying, the world doesn't agree with this, and they will tell you to take care of yourself first. Put yourself first. How many times do you hear that? Yeah. Put yourself first. Take care of yourself. And I do agree that you have to take care of yourself, but I think where the joy comes from is Jesus, others, and yourself, and that's what we've always been taught to do. Right. And I believe it works. I really do.
It works. It works for sure.
So we're going to Mississippi Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm. We're going to Mississippi Thursday, and we're going to be videoing in the car.
Yep.
We may sing some. We may, little Braden, I say little Braden, oh Lord, he's taller than all of us. But anyway, we're going to enjoy our road trip.
Yeah, we're going to have a good
see
time.
our brother and his wife.
And his
family.
Misty
and his family, and Michael. And
some of our friends that we've known for many, many years. And we were talking about earlier before we started filming, some of our watchers knew Sister Jean personally, Sister Jean Holland. Some of you know her through us talking about her and through her funeral last year. But we're going to the cemetery Friday to put flowers on her grave. And August the 12th, 1962, August the 12th is Friday. So 1962, that's been 60 years ago that we first met her.
That we met Sister Jean.
And she helped the revival at our church in Nacogdoches. Yeah. So it's kind of ironic
that
we're going to be there paying honor to her and putting flowers on her grave. And I hope they're going to be yellow roses if I can find them. That's what I usually send her when I send her flowers. Yeah. And just having a good time.
Yes.
We're going to have a good time.
We're going to have a wonderful time.
Mary may, I don't know, we may go by the place where you lived when your kids were born.
Where Carla and Chuck was born. Now,
Carla, the first two, Lee was born in Texas.
Yeah. Actually, Carla was born when we lived in the mobile home.
Behind the Coopers.
I think that house has been moved because when we bought the house that Chuck was born in, we traded the mobile home in. The man was leaving. He was wanting to go somewhere to another area, and he wanted the mobile home. So the mobile home is not there. We can show, it's behind Tim Cooper's shop.
But I don't think that shop is there anymore either. But the house that y'all had when Chuck was born and Carla was a toddler, it is people live in that.
It was a well-built house, and I knew that when we bought it. I was telling Miranda the other day about that house. I said, you know what? We bought that house, Carla was 2 years old, I think.
You were born in, what, 68, Carla? Okay, so it must
we
have been
might-
about 70, 69
No,
or 70?
it was about 69 because she was just a baby when we bought that house, and I was telling Miranda that we bought it in 1969, and our payments, and that's including the insurance, and everything was $58 a month.
That was something, wasn't it?
$58 a month. It was a 3-bedroom. It was just one bath, but it was a 3-bedroom, nice, kind of
Yeah,
nice
it's a
house.
beautiful, beautiful spot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if, I'm sure you remember this, Mary, but it was not long after Christmas, and we had space heaters, and y'all had a space heater, and Carla had gotten a cute little robe for Christmas, one of her gifts. I want to say it was pink, but I may be wrong. You can tell me what color it was.
Well, she had the little white fur coat, but the little robe could have been pink. I don't really remember that.
She got a little bit too close to the heater, and it burnt. And now y'all don't judge. This was a
Well, that
long
house
time
had
ago.
that house had a floor furnace, but we did have a space heater,
Yeah.
a heater in one of the rooms, but it had a
She
furnace.
didn't get caught on fire or anything,
Yeah.
but she did get a little bit too close to the heater. And back then, clothes weren't non-flammable like
Yeah.
you get today.
Yeah.
But I remember that so well, as she cried because
Yeah.
her little house coat got a little hole in the back of it. And that's when, of course, when Chuck was born. He was born at home, but your first 2 babies were. And you would call me at night to come and rock him because he
was
he
sick.
had colic,
Yeah.
really bad. And Mary just
For
could
3
not
days.
get any sleep.
For 3 days straight at one time, I did not go to bed at all. What sleep I got was in the rocking chair with him.
And I remember that so well to rock, which I didn't rock him near as much as his mama did, but I do remember rocking him. So we have a lot of sweet memories from Jackson, and of course we're going to have a good
So
time
I got
visiting
married.
with Edward
Yeah.
and Debbie and their kids and family, and hopefully they'll get to see their place.
Right. We're going to probably, like I said, we're going to do some filming wherever we go. So we're going to take y'all along with us.
And we probably won't create events because of the
We don't
time
time.
frame, not knowing exactly
Right.
what time it'll be. But make sure, I know Facebook changes stuff all the time. Make sure that your notifications are on. And maybe we can even talk a minute or two before we start filming, so maybe people can see that we're actually on live, because we've had so many tell us that they
Right, that
didn't
they're
know we
on-
were on until we were
Right.
half over with
Right.
or something.
Well, this casserole, I will post a picture of it when it gets done, because it's going to take another 30, 40 minutes, another 45 minutes. So we're not going to stay on air till it's completely done, but I will take a picture and post
Did I
it.
talk too much?
No, that's okay.
Mary's got a lot of work to do. I didn't mean to be
I got to make apple
inconsiderate.
dumplings and a few more vegetables and things to go with this for lunch. So
We love y'all. We'll be at my house tomorrow, and be sure to count your blessings.
Yes.
And thank you again for
Yes.
your love and prayers and sweet cards and gifts.
bye. Love you.